Okay, guys, so welcome back to yet another episode of DSA Python series. And today we will be talking about trapping rainwater because yesterday there was some issue in the background noise, it seemed. Okay. Um, yeah. So I hope today no such issue is there. Okay. All right. Let's jump on to the question. Trapping rainwater. All right. So I should go with some noise cancellation thing. Okay. So that you clearly get my voice. Okay. Voice sound. Check the sound effect. Yeah. So I must be audible to you. Okay. So let's continue with where we uh, left. Okay. Day 30 of 200 days DSA. Okay, so here is how I'm going. Okay. I'll just put this off for some time. Uh, so what I'm doing here is if height of I is less than height of I plus 1, right? Hi, Bhaiya. I have taken civil engineer in pretty decent college and now I am targeting to learn CSC by myself and learn basics accessibility. And so then yes, of course. Yes, you are on right page for it. It doesn't matter whether you are a civil engineer or electrical. If you have an interest in learning the skill which really shocks you, how you scale, how these things work, how YouTube works, how Instagram works, how you can scale uh, any such website where you have a lot of traffic jumps in nanoseconds. So you can always go for it. Do DSA regularly. That will ultimately decide where you will be in. So let's continue. I is less than n minus 1 and j is less than n. We have this n non-negative integers representing elevation. So these are elevations. Okay, all these representing are elevations, or you can consider these as the bricks. For the top of it, some water will be stored, right? Now I want to check how much water it can hold. So what I'll do, I'll just um, try to do two pointer approach in this. Okay, so what I have considered is water is equal to, let's say my water volume is 0. Okay, um, and what I'm putting here is height of I plus 1 minus I. Okay, so wherever I'm here, I plus 1 minus I and I minus 1. Okay, so one at the back and one at the front. So I'm putting this logic. Okay, one before and one after. So that to be that also absolute value, not negative value. Okay, if something is higher than the other, then it should not take the negative value, and out of these two I want the minimum water. Okay, let's let's do from this logic. Yeah, so we can try with this, and I'll just remove this for some time. If height of I is less than height of I plus 1. Okay, and height of I, so whichever is lower. If this is lower, so water is equal to water plus minimum of this, and I want return water. Hmm. Minimum of ABS of absolute of. Okay, can do is we will just put one more bracket here, and then again ABS of this. So minimum of ABS of uh, height on this liquid is not required. Minimum of ABS of height, comma, ABS of this. Okay, this is showing time limit exceeded error. Okay. So if I consider height of I is less than height of I plus 1, then I'll print or I'll append whichever is maximum. So I'll put a left variable. Okay, left is equal, like we are traversing from left to right. So left is equal to max of height of I plus 1, comma height of I. I don't have to put this if, because I'm just calculating the left max while I traverse it. I'll just put left max is equal to maximum height of I. Left max will keep taking values of the maximum of these two. Similarly, if we go to find the right max, it will do I plus equals 1. And what about right max? So j is less than n, but j starts from n minus 1. N minus 1. Okay. So right max value will be, so right max will be maximum of height of j, height of j minus, sorry, uh, height of j uh, minus 1. Equal to j minus equals 1. Okay. And in the same loop, what I'll do is I'll put the minimum value of left max or right max. So water water volume I'll take. So here water volume is equal to 0. Here water volume is equal to minimum of left max comma right max minus the, so whatever is the left max and right max minus this block ka height. Okay. So I'll just subtract the block of height, height of I. That's it. And I don't require this. Then I'll just return water wall. Okay, something is wrong here. So what I'll do, I'll just mm, assume that my left max of 0 is height of 0. Okay, and I'll just traverse a loop where I'll consider left max of I will be maximum of left max of I minus 1 and height of I. So in that way, I'll get the value of left max. Okay, and similarly, initially I'll consider right max of minus 1 is equal to height of minus 1. It means that the last element I'll consider as equal. Okay, and then I'll initiate a for loop where I'll have this right max value will be maximum of right max and height of it. Let's do that in that way. Okay. Uh, So I'll just have this. So So let's consider first edge case. What will be my edge case? What will be my edge case? If there is only one or less than one element, okay. If the value of n is less than one, then I'll just have to return 0. Okay. So if n is less than 1, return 0. Okay. And now we will try to consider the other things in the loop. So I'll just consider my left max of 0 is equal to height of 0. Okay. So I'll just say my left max of 0 is equal to height of 0, right? Then I'll just start a while loop, or you can say for loop also. So let's do with for loop for I range 0 to n. I'll just put this inside the def function. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll say that my left max will be maximum of this left max or height of I, right? So my left max uh, of I will be my left max of I will be maximum of, either it will be left max of I minus 1, right? So if I considering left max as the this thing, um, list, then I have to define the left max also, right? So left max is equal to, let's say I have this 0 into n, okay, into n, and right max also is equal to 0 into n, so that it becomes, you know, the uh, similar length of list as my height. Okay, so that defines my right max and left max. And I'll consider the every element of I with left max of I minus 1 and height of I. Okay, so that will get stored in the maximum value. Okay, so the left max will keep getting updated every time. Okay, similarly right max will consider in the last element will equate right max of minus 1 as height of minus 1. Okay, so right max here. So here I will have reverse for loop running. So for I in range 0 to n. So I should start from n minus 1. Then I'll have to go up to minus 1 and with step of minus 1, right? I'll just have right max of I is equal to right max height of I, you can say, right max of j minus I can have this max right max of I can have I plus 1 max of I minus 1. Okay. And I don't require this because I have already considered j minus equals here. Now I will want my water volume. So how I'll do that? Similar for I in range 0 to n. Okay. Water volume will be minimum of my left max of I and right max of I minus height of I. Okay. So it will be water minimum of left max of I, comma, right max of I minus height of I. So I'll just put a for loop here. So I don't require this also. Right max is not defined. Oh, I'm sorry. It is fight max. Fight max. Right max is equal to this. So sorry. Okay, my answer is coming wrong. Okay, right max. I'll have to do I plus 1, no? Plus 1. List index is out of range. So I'll take from n minus 2. Okay. So that it compares with this. Yeah. I think this will work. Minus 1. Okay, so here I have to consider that uh, right max of -1 is equal to height of -1. So I think this will work. Invalid character -1. I'm sorry. -1. Still there is some error. Left max of 0 is equal to height of 0 minus 2 minimum left max of I max of I. Left max of -1 is equal to height of -1. Okay, so this will be minimum of this minus height of I. Okay. So my left max of 0 is height of 0, and from there I am comparing each of left max of I minus 1 to height of I. So I have taken this. Uh, so what basically I am doing is I am just putting whatever is the maximum value of height and left max of I minus 1. Okay, this on left max of 0 is my left max of I minus 1, that is height of 0. So height of 0 here is 0. So here in left max it will be updated like that. And this list I am creating just to compare in the end my minimum of left max and right max, so that I can get the minimum of whatever water can be stored, right? That is my logic. Okay. So similarly for right max, okay, this is my right max of, this is my left max, okay, and this is my right max, and this is my this thing. Okay. So I have created two different lists having the same number of elements as my height. Okay, and I'll be taking the maximum values of I minus 1 left max and height. I'll compare that with maximum value. I'll put that value in the left max list. Similarly, I'll take right max of minus 1 is equal to height of minus 1. So here the last element of right max will be equal to height of minus 1, that is 1. Okay, here it will be 1, this one. Okay, and from there we will go back. Okay, we are going back through this for loop, where my I is starting from n minus 2. Okay, so why I am doing that? Because my n minus 2 will be this one, right? It is 2. And why I'm doing that? Because I need to compare my right max, right? Right max of I plus 1. Okay, so that right max of I plus 1 will still be the end value. Okay, so that will be minus this value. Okay, so it will compare with height of I. Okay, height of I is this n minus 2, this one. This will compare with this, and it will find out the max value. So max value here becomes 2. So this 2 gets stored here, right? 2 gets stored here. In this way we are getting the values, but now we will take the minimum of left max of I, right max of I, and I'll subtract the height of block, right? Minimum of left max of I and right max of I. So water volume will be minimum of left max of I comma right max of I minus height of I. So whichever is the minimum from left max and right max, I am taking that value minus I'll be deducting the value of height, and in the end, okay. Oh, I need to add these, right? So water volume of plus equals minus, so that I get, because now I am getting zero value. Okay, that was the mistake. Yeah, now it is coming correct. So we are taking two extra space here. Let us discuss the time complexity and space complexity. So time complexity for this will be order of n. Okay, order of n. Time complexity for this loop also will be equal to order of n. For this loop will be equal to order of n. So total time complexity. Okay. So total time complexity becomes order of 3n. Okay. Let's talk about space complexity. So if you consider how much extra space we are taking two extra space equal to the length of the height. So it will be this is my time complexity. This is TC, and my space complexity will be is equal to order of 2n. Okay, and any extra space we are taking? No, this is edge case. We are considering it will come 0. Water wall plus. Okay, so water volume also we are taking. Okay, in water volume everything gets saved. So one extra space, right? Because it will generate only one single. So 2n plus 1. Okay, so 2n plus 1. But to the interviewer, you can simply say that it will be almost equal to order of n, approximately equal to order of n. So the space complexity will be approximately equal to order of n. Okay. However, you can show them the calculation how you are doing it for space complexity, but in the end we need to remove all these constants from the complexities, and we only consider the order. That's why we have this order can be in the ray. The values for the order can be n square, n log n. Okay, order of n. Okay, all those things. So that's how this trapping rainwater is getting solved. So this is asked in various FANG companies. One of the most beautiful question. Okay, this is asked. Let's try submitting the code. Okay, so this gets submitted. All 324 test cases are passed. Okay. Time taken is 522 because I think this we left off and it was since then calculating the time. Okay. Let's try doing this question again. This is a medium level question. Okay. Product of array except cell. Okay, what is the meaning of the question? Okay. So we have this given an integer array nums, return an array answer. Okay, so we are given nums, we need to return answer, so that answer of I is equal to the product of all the elements of nums except nums of I. Okay, so what does that mean? So the product of any prefix or suffix of nums is guaranteed to fit in a 32-bit integer. You must write an algorithm that runs in order of n time and without using the division operation. All right. So what do we have? We have this input nums equals 1, 2, 3, 4, and output is, okay, output is this. So that answer of I is equal to product of all elements of nums except nums of I. So what is answer of I? Let's say uh, I'm here. So I'll not consider this 4. Okay. If I'm at 1, okay, then I need to return the product of 2, 3, and 4. So that is 25. When I'm at 2, then I'll have to leave this 2 and I have to consider the product of 1 into 3 into 4, that is 12. When I am at 3, then I don't have to consider this 3, and I have to consider the other element, that is 1 into 2 into 4. So that is 8. Likewise. Okay. So this should be my output. So leaving I, everything else. Okay. So what logic is coming to your mind? First of all, we have given an integer array nums. We need to return an array answer such that answer of I is equal to, first of all, I'll create an answer list. Okay. Mm, I just consider answer is equal to uh, can I have a list in the same number as length of n? Okay. So n is equal to length of n. Okay. So I'm creating a list which has got equal elements as the number of elements in n, because I want this only. Input is this, so output is has to be the same. Yeah, same number of elements as input nums. Okay. Um, so if my input is 1, okay, then I'll have the, okay, I don't have to use the division operation also, right? So I was considering this thing. Let's do that with the division operator. So simply what I'm doing is, whenever my nums of I is this, then if for I in range 0 to n, okay, uh, if nums of I, uh, I'll just try to find the product. Okay. um, so answer of I is equal to, right, answer of I is equal to, into equals. So I don't, or I just consider the append thing. Okay. So answer of I is equal to, I don't require this, I will just have this empty list. So answer into I equals uh, nums of I. Nums of I. So it will get multiplied. So when my I is 0, then it will have, it will run for 4 times. And 4 times, and it will get multiplied. Okay, but what I need is okay. So yeah, this is my product. I'll just consider this my product. So product is equal to multiplication of all everything I am taking. Okay, so this is my product. Now what will be my answer of I for I in range 0 to n? Answer of I is equal to product divided by my nums of I. Right. Yes. And return answer. Right. So I am using, for now I am using division method only. Um, Cannot access local associated with it. Okay, so it is not. So what I will do is, so n of len of nums. I'm so sorry. Okay. Product. So I'll just initialize the product. Product is equal to, I'll have product as the value 1. Otherwise it will get multiplied and the result will be 0. Listed assignment is out of range. Answer of I. What I'll do is I'll just do answer is equal to product divided by nums of I, and I'll append answer dot append. Sorry. Answer product divided by nums of I. So I'll direct do uh, product divided by nums of I. Answer dot append product divided by nums of I. Answer. So I'll reduce one step. Division nums of 0 will be okay. Here, if nums of I is not equal to 0, this condition we have to take. Then only this will get executed. Otherwise, should not. So some output is coming. Uh, okay, it's coming in float. So what I'll do is, okay. So case 1 is coming correct, but case 2 there is a problem. Okay, Dinesh Patnaik. Hi man, I just started to learn programming concepts. How can I learn from you since I have lot of to catch up? Okay. Uh, you just need to give some extra time, buddy. 2 to 3 hours a day. That will definitely make you at. So which year you are in? Kailash, hey dude, how can I break into Jane Street quant trader role? So I think that breaking into Jane Street quant trader role will require a little bit of maybe you try out in some companies like Credit Soup first, then eventually you get an experience of how quant trading works, and then you can uh, try to find out some referrals from your seniors or somebody, and you can schedule any interview from them. I have covered basics of Python. How do I start with DSA? If you want to, Dinesh, if you want to start with DSA, then start with the basics of what is time complexity and space complexity. So that is the basic. Actually working right now, trying to switch. Okay. Where are you working? Okay, so you want to switch from TCS to any good product based company. All right, so you start with the preparation of DSA first. Okay, and if you want to go to a little bit senior role, then you also need to start with system design concepts as well. Okay, how you can scale, mm, what are the different aspects of system design, do some two to three good projects. Okay, and then you get some referral or some friends of yours or somebody from the company itself. That is an easy route to schedule an interview. Okay, even if you fail 10 times, 20 times, still you give at least interviews, so that it uh, you will get to know what kind of questions being asked in the interviews. Okay, at this zeroth time also, you try to listen to the people you can try out with. you know there are a lot of videos who cover interview aspects of such companies. Okay, you can just see those interviews, get a hack of it, and you can ultimately you know go on to that path. Okay, preparation of DSA is not a 2020 match, it's a test match. You build concept over time. Okay, that is what is uh, required. Okay, once you have done at least 200 250 questions, try doing competitive programming in lead code, in code forces, right? That will again uh, you know build your muscle memory. Okay, that is what is required, because in the interview, no hints, like, you have to do it yourself. Okay, so whenever you are starting with DSA, the first question you start with the DSA, at least you try it for 1 hour, and then if you fail, then you try out looking only a little aspect of solution which is provided in the lead code only. Okay, or you can have a peer group, like 2 to 3 people who can discuss DSA. That will be good. Okay, somebody has like discussion of DSA is, it will open up your mind in how the other is thinking and how I am thinking. Okay, so that generates a competition between you people, and you ultimately everybody of you will improve. That is the best strategy, I guess. Yeah, good. You do it side by side, slowly, every day. One and a half hours is, you can, along with other things, you can do these things as well. Okay, so you divide the daily timetable. Once you come from office, then 1 hour to system design, 1 hour to DSA, 1 hour to reading the concepts of computer engineering. Okay, all those things. And if you If you want to get into gate, that is also another option, but it will require 2 hours of at least 18 months of gate preparation. Along with that, you will go to the good IITs, okay, or NITs. There also you can have a you know campus placements, okay. So if you have time and if you have backup with your financial condition, then you can try a gate also. That will not be any problem, okay. But it's better to you know do the concept building yourself and switch to a good product based company where you get a good package over your previous company. That is the best approach, instead of going to gate and all those things, because preparation of competition is also takes a lot of time and effort and energy, okay. If you are not in that position, then you don't have to do that, because you are already working into a tech company and you can always switch. So even when I'm solving a DSA question, I am putting my strategy first, okay, then thinking a lot of time, spending 15 to 20 minutes, then I get some other strategy. I go about that, and somehow I get answer. If I don't get answer, then I look at the hints which is being provided, okay. I may go into discussion, okay. Okay, that you can do, okay. Instead of looking fully into the solution, go by this method, okay. So once you do something wrong, then it will come to your mind, okay, okay, this is the mistake I'm doing, and it will get into your muscle memory, and it will help you in competitive programming aspects as well, okay. So that is the way you do it, okay. Nobody is perfect, everybody makes mistakes, that is not a problem, okay. The thing is, you learn every day, you revise it every day, okay. That is the important aspect which you should consider doing in this DSA series, okay. So let's continue doing this. So I have appended this and it was showing float earlier. So I converted this float into integer value. Okay. So in that way, I'm getting this case one my correct. Okay. But case two is still wrong. Okay. So here I'm getting, if I have this second, this one, if nums of I is 0, then I'm getting 3 into 3 9 as my answer, but my output is coming 0 0 0. Why? Let's just analyze it. If nums of I is not equal to 0, okay. So if nums of I is not equal to 0, otherwise, so I need to put an else condition also. If nums of I is 0, that is why we are getting output only 4, because it is considering only nums of I not equal to 0. So this case it is not considering. That is why I'm not getting the 9 answer in my list. So what I'll do is else. all the cases. So if nums of I is 0, then I have to I don't have to divide it. I'll just have to append. I just have to append this. Okay. I'll just have to append it, but here nums of I is 0. So what I'll do, should I just put 1 divided by 1? Okay, let's do that. So output is coming 0. Why? Okay, because how to put. Okay. So nums of I. So we can do that by first. So what can be the other approach? What I can do is so I can have this prefix method. Let's do that by prefix. method, what I'll do is I'll just create a blank create sorry create a blank list. This I'm doing. uh, then what I'll do, I'll consider a prefix equals 1. Okay, instead of product I'll just do prefix equals 1, and I'll start a for loop where I'll just consider answer of I as prefix first. Okay, so first the one which I'll we have done this before. Okay, so I'll just do for I in range 0 to n. Okay, I'll just do answer of I is equal to prefix. Answer of I is equal to prefix, similar to what we have done in the last question. Okay, okay, so and trapping rainwater. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll multiply, right? I'll just multiply. So prefix of prefix into equals nums of I, so it will get multiplied as the for loop runs. So prefix into equals nums of I, right? Nums of I. So this will create the multiplication. Okay, so similar to prefix, we will take the suffix, and I'll just iterate from uh, n minus 1. Okay, and what I'll do, I'll just do answer into equal suffix answer of I, just like this. Okay, so I'll just do suffix is equal to 1 for I in range 0 to n minus 1 up to minus 1 with step of minus 1. Okay, I'll do answer of I into equals suffix. Okay, and suffix into suffix into equals nums of I, right? So that will actually do the multiplication from the reverse, and in the end I'll just return answer. Okay, sorry. Hmm. Okay, in the third it should come 8. what is happening in third? Into suffix of I. Yes. Okay. So what actually we are doing is, for every position of I, we need product of all elements except nums of I. That is what our requirement is. So the main idea, like everything except nums of I. So think that everything left of I into every right of I. Okay. So we actually need two passes, left to right and right to left. Okay. So prefix product and suffix product. So we will just create an answer array. Okay. We'll gradually build the answer. We start with the prefix. Okay. And first we have with this, let's dry run on this first. Okay. So how do we do that? Uh, my answer of I is equal to prefix. So what will be my answer of I? So when I is equal to 0, my nums of 0 is equal to 1. Okay. Nums of 0 is my 1. This is 1. So answer of 0 is the prefix for first iteration. So my answer becomes 1 1 1 1 1, right? 4 times 1. Okay. And prefix is equal to 1 into 1. So prefix, the value of prefix is 1. So when I is equal to 1, nums of 1 is 2, right? So the current prefix equals 1. Therefore, the answer of 1 is equal to prefix. Okay. This gives 1 1 1 1. Okay. Then prefix becomes 2. 1 into 2 2. So when I is equal to 2, the current prefix is equal to 2. Therefore, answer of 2 is equal to prefix, right? This gives answer 1 1 1. Sorry, 1 1 2. Then prefix is 2 into 3 6, right? So I is equal to 3, the current prefix will be 6. Therefore, the Python gives answer of 3 is equal to prefix. This will give 1 into 1 comma 1, 2 comma 6. This is how the prefix, the after first loop, it becomes 1 1 1 2 6. Okay. That is how it goes. So the dry run is little, tedious to little bit difficult. If you do the dry run, then you will get to understand what actually is happening there, right? Okay, guys, that's all for today. So we have actually done one hard and one medium level question. So this is a very very important question. It is asked in a lot of product based companies, and it's literally a logical question. You must try out once again. Okay, to get a hack of it. Do similar question 2 to 3 times. Okay, such questions, and you will get to understand what is the logic behind it and why we are doing in this way. Okay, that's part where which satisfies these algorithm. Okay. So what is the time complexity here? Let's discuss the time complexity. So TC is equal to order of n, right? And assigning any values will always attract order of n. So the total time complexity becomes order of 2n, which is ultimately equal to order of n. And we are not using any division operations here. Okay, so that ultimately satisfies. So initially we started to do division operator, but there was certain problem which was coming, okay, because there was a zero error which is going on. So we thought of doing it in a different way, in a different fashion. So you must remember the prefix. So so whenever you practice a lot of question like this, then you will ultimately get to know what the pattern is about, and with which pattern that the problem is easy to solve. So that goes into your muscle memory and it creates the answers for you, right? So that is all for today. I'll see you tomorrow, and keep practicing and keep watching my videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Okay. So thanks a lot, guys. I hope it helps a lot. It will help you a lot. Okay. Till then, bye bye and take care.